Hi, my name's Esther. I was diagnosed with lymphoma in January of this year, and I moved home for the semester, so no work or school for me. That way I could do treatments. And without work or school, I'm finding myself becoming an expert at being a vegetable and couch potato, watching episodes of Lost and Sex and the City. And I decided I needed a little purpose in my life. So one of my high school best friends that I get to hang out with a lot now that I'm home had a stroke of genius, and she suggested that I do a how-to video on YouTube. So I spent the last couple of days brainstorming what I knew how to do in order to make a video. And what I thought about is that, well, all I have is peach fuzz here on the top of my head, and you can't very well style peach fuzz. So I've gotten pretty good at tying headscarves, and I thought I might share a couple of tips with you, and you can try them as well if you're bald and just have your own little peach fuzz patch. Or if you have hair and you want to accessorize and make the headscarf into something that's worn by everybody, not just by us cancer patients, that'd be great too. Okay, the first one I'm going to show is using a t-shirt. And so you just get a regular t-shirt, see? And you'll cut a line across the arm, like right underneath the armpits. So from here to here, you're going to cut across, and we'll just use the bottom half. And maybe over the next couple days I'll come up with what to do with the top half and do another how-to video. Anyway, so just using the bottom half that you've just cut, see this little tubey piece? This is where I cut it. But we're going to use on our head, use the hem area because then it has a nice edge. And you'll put that on like so and pull it to the middle of your forehead where you're going to want to wear it. And bring what's left over to the side. See, I've got my loop over here. And what you're going to do is get it tight and where you want it on your ears and forehead. And you're just going to cross them, and you're twisting by crossing the pieces over one another. Like this. And you're getting it tight, and then when you've just got a little loop left at the end, you just kind of fold it up and it'll fold in on itself, and then you just bring that up over it and adjust it to the position you want it, high or low. And you can decide if you're going to put your bun on the right side or left side, and I don't know, it's just kind of habit that I always put it on my right side, but I've discovered that when I go to hug people, I lean to the left so their head comes right here and bumps the bun, and that can't be very pleasant for them, but it's force of habit, so I've always put it over here, but, you know, maybe I'll switch it. For their sake. Anyway, then after you have this nice comfy one, it's out of t-shirt material, so it's really comfortable, you can accessorize it using smaller scarves that you otherwise couldn't really use for your head, but you might just have a lot of, which I do. And my favorite one is this one with the sequins on it, so it's sparkly. And I just take it and I twist it just a little bit and put it right there. And bring it over, and you can tie it above or below your bun, just whatever you want to do. And sometimes I twist it into the bun too, so it's up to you, but I kind of like the ends hanging down. I think they're a cute accessory, and I just bring them over to the side like that. And so then you've added a little detail, makes it a little fancier. Oh, but I take it a step further sometimes, and I've got flowers, and you can pin a flower on there too. So just depending on what your activity is, say it's the typical weekend luau that I know everybody goes on, and you just accessorize it with whatever flowers you want, or with anything else that you could pin on your head. I think there are like fake birds and small stuffed animals, just whatever you would want to do to make it more fun for yourself. When I first started losing my hair, one of my friends said, "Isn't it liberating?" And I looked at her, and I had never thought of it that way. But once she said that, and once I went home and really thought on it, you know, I realized that I was never one of the people that would have been brave enough to just shave my head on a whim. I'd thought about it before and just thought, no, my hair is too much of a safety blanket for myself. So when she said that to me, I started to really reflect on it, and I thought, hey, you know, this is liberating. This is a time for me to, you know, to be me without my safety blanket of my hair that I was so used to. Big poofy curls. Another way that you can tie scarves, not using the t-shirt, just using scarves, is I like using the oblong scarves. So they're really long. See? And I have lots of different scarves so that you can do matchy-matchy with your outfit or style it up and add color. You know, just get a lot and it makes it more fun. You get to change what you're wearing on your head every day, whereas those poor folk with hair have to keep the same look day after day. Okay, so to tie an oblong scarf, what I've discovered is pretty simple. Is to put it over your head and you're leaving a whole lot less on this one side. And you've got a really long end over here. And you'll just have to play with how much you need. And I line it up in the middle, about middle of my forehead where I'm going to want it. And this one's a squishy scarf, so it moves, but we'll get it. And I just bring the long end around behind. And while I do that, I'm tucking in any of this part back here just to make sure that the back of your scalp is covered. And you can twist it if you want, or lay it flat. It's totally up to you. And I say just get it across your head to begin with, and do the adjusting after you've tied it, because scarves are so easy. You can just poke and twist and pinch and then you've got it. So we'll deal with this up here in just a little bit. But now I've got my two ends and I'm going to twist them just like I did with the t-shirt around each other. And I know this looks a little goofy right now, but we're going to tuck later. We're going to deal with that later. So you're twisting that. And then you're just going to let it fold up on itself, much like we did with the t-shirt again. And then I take the two ends and I tie them, and I just kind of let the scarf decide where it's going to go, because it does have a mind of its own, much like hair. And some days my bun looks better than other days. And once you get it tied, then it's your choice with scarves if it's got the tassel-y end like this one does, if you want to poke it all up in there, or if you want to leave them out. I kind of like them. I think they're cute. So I usually leave mine out and let them be free. They help me express myself. And then it's time to take care of all the rest of this up here that got a little wonkety. And we're just going to tuck it in different places. I was going to get a second mirror so I could look at the back of my head, but I forgot to do that. Anyway, so it's your choice how you style up here, and if you want it ruched in one band, sometimes I do that. And that's up to you, or pull it out and have it cover more of your head. That's totally up to you. And then you've got your cute bun on the side, twists, and I like the tassels, but you can take the time to tuck them all in. I've done that before too. That's your preference. And then to top it off, I suggest a really big pair of earrings. Oops, I just dropped the one. Hold. I was going to try to put it on while I was down there and pop up for a grand finale, but it didn't work out for me. Okay, so I usually add a big pair of earrings then. You can hardly see it with the light behind me. So that you have some pizzazz and you're ready for a night on the town. And if people are looking, it's because you're looking so dang good. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this how-to, and if I think of anything else that I know how to do, I'll definitely put it up for you. Enjoy!